Well, hello there, everyone, and welcome to the grand opening of Logia Online. Let's see here. Logia Online is, going to be my submission for this final, and my being Tyree Weston. Nice to have you, everyone. Here, we're gonna have my website. My website, Logia Online, is intended to be a place for me to hold and collect all of like the video games that I produce and promote. Um, Originally, I used to submit video games that I make onto like different websites just because things like Steam or Game Jolt or other sites like that, they kind of have a different audience. And as a result of each site having a different audience, you can tell that certain games will do better on certain sites. And so I wanted to try and have one site that doesn't have any bias towards one specific sort of fans or of one genre or another. And I just wanted it to be a place where games that I make can just be, if that makes any sense. Um, but the title, Loggia Online, is actually derived from a gallery or room with like one or more open sides. Because I have this image in my head of making my website or like a house for my games to be an open art gallery, if that doesn't sound extremely pretentious. um, but here I wanted to have a open space where I can show off the games and everything that it is without it feeling as closed and dark as the usual game producing websites on like PCs and stuff. Because if you'll notice, things like Steam or Game Jolt and other sites like that all have like darker tones, which is cool. Don't get me wrong, but it's it get old after a while. Um, but as for the actual website, as you'll notice, I have a slideshow going down. These are just a few of the games that I've been working on. Um, These are the most complete of the three that I have. The Reaper's game, which is one of my newer ones, and hopefully we'll get to that in a second. But besides the navigation at the top and the slideshow in the header, we scroll down in the body. We'll see I have some cards that has a image of the game, the title, and a brief summary under it. Just not a lot, just a small little tidbit to catch someone's attention. Um, we have three completed ones, and we do have another one down here that I was currently working on, but at the time of this project was due, it was too buggy that I wasn't comfortable showing off. So please forgive me. It's still gonna be a little secret. Um, but if we scroll past that, you'll see a little bit of the developer side of this. Um, you can see me as a developer and say, hey, this is the guy who makes the games. Well, let's see about him. And it shows off, me, my name, a little information about like what I believe about video games and the different philosophies I have as someone who wants to program. Um, you see a picture of myself and my like gaming logo or whatever. And also, we have a nice little button here about supporting the dev, but we can get back to that. First off, I want to go back up to the top up here, and we go to click on project one. It brings us to the first project of like the first game that I've worked on. This is the Reaper's game. Here I have a two-column little setup, so it shows the title of the game most prominently up here and work in progress because it's not entirely complete. Um, but on the right, we have like a more fuller description compared to what you saw on the main stage. And after that, it shows a little bit of the project's details, like a few features you can see in the game. And with the game obviously not being complete, there isn't too much to show down here, but I did include one screenshot just for something to see. We can move on to like the next page again. another two-column layout. Um, this one, this one's more. It's a lot fuller, if you can tell. This was, I will say, the first game that I've ever finished. So you can immediately tell there's a lot more detail, a lot more fleshed out things, a bigger description, and more actual like screenshots and cutscenes and things of that nature. And we can go down to like the third project. Again, another game that I was working on and still currently am. A lot more fleshed out than the first one I showed, and certainly a lot more complete and less buggy than the other one that I didn't even want to put up here. But what I can also see is that the titles on each of the sites of the games are actually links. When you click on it, it takes you directly to one of the download links to wherever the game may be, whether it be Game Jolt or again, just whatever specific site the game was getting most traffic on. Um, let's see. But yeah, all of the games have their own specific links. And finally, if we go to the contact page, it will bring you to, let's go back to main for a second. The contact page is actually linked to the same place as the support the dev page. So in reality, from like the main home, you can get to all of the other main pages without using the nav, but the nav is just a quicker, easier way to do it. Um, for example, you can get to the Ultra Guy game page just from clicking Ultra Guy from the main, as well as going down here to click the support the dev. This is just the contact me page. And just another page to enforce that I am open to ideas about games. I don't have one particular kind of game that I want, and I want to push that forward. I always want to try and make something new because games are for everyone. Um, so this is just a page where if someone was interested in games or interested in me as a programmer, they can be like, "Hey, that guy's kind of cool. Let me look him up on Twitter, Game Jolt, Instagram, or my business email, just whichever someone fancies." And again, the links actually do work and take me to, or take whoever to my specific page for the game. But that is just about it. And so, thank you again for listening, and I hope everyone has a nice time, and please enjoy games. They're really cool. I like them at least.